Hello guys, welcome to UniVoyage, and IIM Indore has just released all these details regarding the IPMAT 2021 exam. And don't worry, I'll be walking you through all the details, like what is there, what is the eligibility, how will the criteria be like. Enjoy the video. So if we see here, the first of all, it's the eligibility criteria that if you are an SC, ST or PWD candidate, you should be born on or after 1st August 1996, and for any other category it should be 1st August 2001. So anyone born before that sadly will not be able to apply for IPM program. And also the qualifying exam, the candidate should have passed standard 10th with equivalent examination in 2019, 20 or 21. So if you have passed 12th standard in 2019, 2020 or 2021, then you are eligible for the exam, and you should have at least 60% in your 10th standard and 55% in your 12th standard. Note 1, candidates who are likely to appear in 12th standard or equivalent by the end of 31st July 2021 can also apply. So if, for example, while you are submitting the form, you don't have your 12th passing certificate yet, and that's what happened to me, so they will ask you for the certificate by the end of July 31st. So you will have a lot of time to submit that, so don't worry about that. And note 2, the percentage marks obtained would be calculated based on aggregate of all marks. So like you might have additional subjects, and it's not like the only the 5 main subjects will be included. All the subjects will be included for calculating the aggregate of 12 marks. So the application procedure, the application fees will be 4,130. That's for domestic candidates. For international candidates, you will be evaluated based on your SAT scores. So there will be no IPMAT for you. It's just SAT and your personal assessment. So that's for the international students, and for the domestic living here in India, it's 4,130 rupees for IPMAT entrance test. So the link for online application page will be available on Tuesday, March 23rd, 2021. So basically the application forms will be available from 23rd March, and it will be on the official website only. So you can go there and you can apply, and maybe at that time we will also be coming up with a video, because like all this application form is a lot hectic to apply for the first time. Like when I was applying, I was like, I have to get this document, that document. So maybe we can come up with a video if you would like, so we can walk you through the procedure of applying. Now, selection procedure. The candidates will be selected on the basis of overall performance and aptitude test and personal assessment. What is personal assessment? That is very vague at right now. Like IIM Indore Administration Office has said that this may be a personal interview or a video-based assessment, which will be decided by the admissions committee in due course of time. So basically, it can be a video-based assessment or it can be a personal interview. You are all familiar with personal interview, what it's like. Video-based assessment. So this one introduced last year due to all the COVID situation, and our batch actually went through the video-based assessment. And trust me, it's very fun. Like, so what happens in video-based assessment is basically once you have cleared the aptitude test and you have fulfilled the minimum cutoff for the aptitude test, then in a few days you intimated with an email where you have to go online and fill out your details, and then after you are provided with a few questions. Now on those questions you have to make a video. They give you a time limit, they give you a deadline, and they also tell you how much time you are allowed to spend at max on each question. So in our case, we were provided 5 questions. Out of those we had to attempt 3, and we were given a maximum time limit of 1 minute per question. Now in this video based assessment, the act that actually is evaluating you checks a lot of things, especially your body language as you are talking, and your, like how punctual you are, like how have you managed your time. Like I remember I had about 83 videos at that time while I was deleting, total 83 from the day that we got the questions until the time that we had to actually submit them. So there were like total of 83 videos, and at last, like after trying and doing all that again and again, I got down to a time of 2 minutes 59 seconds, like without any cuts, without any edits. It was 2 minutes 59 seconds. And yes, so I submitted that video, and here I am. So yes, that's how it is, like the video based assessment. Now moving on, the candidate satisfying the minimum eligibility criteria should submit their application as described previously. So if you are fulfilling that minimum criteria of like having 55% in 12th standard or equivalent and 60% in 10th standard, then you can submit the form. And the date of conducting aptitude test is Monday, June 14, 2021, evening shift, 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. So basically everyone will have the same time to attempt the test. It's June 14, so you already know about the date. So this is basically the time for attempting the test. Now the actual test. So each question will carry 4 marks, and if you see right here, like this format, this is quite similar to the format of aptitude test until like 2019. Like if you take the mock tests from 2019, that's what they're like the 120 minutes. So here you can see that quantitative ability for the multiple choice question, it's 40 minutes. For summative assessment, it's 40 minutes, and for verbal ability it's also 40 minutes. So like it's not for sure as of now, but if it follows the previous pattern, so it will be like you'll have a total of 100 questions, 14 quantitative ability MCQ, 40 in verbal based, and 20 in quantitative like summative assessment. So yes, it will be 40 20 40 total 100 questions, and with 4 marks per question, that will be a paper of 400 marks. We think that it's following that same pattern, but we are not actually sure, but yes, we'll see. So candidates must answer the sections in a pre-specified order, and this order will remain same for all candidates. So the order of questions will be same for everyone, and the above table, like this table, quantitative MCQ, quantitative summative, verbal ability, this might not be the order in which you will be attempting your test, so be ready for that. Also, now here in this stage, the eligibility pool for stage 4 is created considering only the candidates having positive raw core scores and a minimum mark in each of these 3 sections. So basically, you see in each of the 3 sections, there will be sectional cutoff, and you have to fulfill that sectional cutoff. So yes, that's what it's like every year there is sectional cutoff, so that's basically no change. Now if you see here, this is the weightage. So score in quantitative ability section will be 25%, the MCQ section 25% for the quantitative ability summative based section, and 50% will be weightage to your verbal ability. So you need to focus on your verbal ability because it carries, you can see here, 50%. So like obviously you need to worry about your quantitative and quantitative section because sectional cutoff is there, but yes, verbal ability is a scoring section and you have 50% weightage there. So like be good in verbal. Okay, now maximum and minimum scores are the highest and lowest scores obtained in respective section by the candidates from the eligibility pool. So basically that's how your scores will be calculated. Your own score minus the minimum score that is scored by someone, and the maximum scored minus the minimum scored into 25. So basically that's, and your total aptitude score will be sum of all the above. Now only those candidates satisfying the requirements mentioned in the earlier stages will be considered for the final selection. Category-wise merit list will be generated on the basis of composite score as mentioned in table 2. So basically the aptitude test score will carry a weightage of 65% now. It's a change, because until 2019 your aptitude test used to carry a weightage of 50%, and 30% and 20% weightage was for the VAT and PI. But this year, the aptitude test score has a weightage of 65% and the personal assessment has a weightage of 35%. So this means that even if the aptitude test cutoff is like low, it's nearly on the low end, but you still need to score good in that because it has 65%. For example, let's assume that the paper is of 400 marks. If you are scoring say 150 marks, that is the cutoff, let's say overall. If you are scoring 150 marks and some you have cleared the cutoff, but if someone is scoring 220, 230, 250, 300 marks, then obviously they have a more chance. So don't be like, yes, I just need to achieve, like I just need to cross the cutoff, because that's the problem every year. People think that they just need to like fulfill the cutoff criteria, but that's not it. Like every mark you get above the cutoff will go in contributing towards your selection in the IIM Indore. So keep that in mind. Now, reservations, yes. So 27% of the seats are reserved for other backward classes belonging to non-creamy layer. 15% are for scheduled castes, 7.5% is for scheduled tribes, and up to 10% is for economically weaker section, and 5% for disabilities. So yes, these are the reservations. That's it basically. Yes, here the sanctioned intake for IPM 2021 batch is 150 seats. So it's official now. There will be 150 seats, and the number of seats, like the percentage of seats reserved for other castes like OBCs and SC/ST is listed here. So yes, now you have all the details, you have the date, you know what to prepare for, and you have the time, 3 months. So like it's not too late yet. Like if you start tomorrow or today, you can still get into Amdo. And thank you for watching the video, and I'm really excited to like see you guys next year, no, this year. Yes, I'm really excited to see you guys this year. Okay, thank you for watching the video. Have a good day.